DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin joins me now. Tricia, are the demonstrators, or you saw this from last night, are they, the demonstrators, are they just trying to dare Trump to invoke the Insurgency Act, the Insurrection Act?
I don't know what their motivation is, but it certainly isn't public safety, considering ICE and CBP and DHS law enforcement at large have arrested 2,500 criminal illegal aliens, Stuart, just in the last 5 weeks. And we're talking about incredibly violent individuals. A man from Ecuador who murdered his 3-month-old son was picked up. We picked up a multiple child rapist, an individual who perpetuated human slavery. This is who DHS law enforcement is risking their lives to arrest. And what we've seen from a lot of these agitators and violent offenders is that they're spitting on our law enforcement. They're weaponizing their vehicles against our law enforcement. They're hitting, pushing, shoving, you name it, but it's becoming more highly coordinated, and they will be charged as federal crimes.
Well, the president has threatened to invoke the Insurrection Act. Then last night, the demonstrators go out and do it all over again. Is the president going to invoke the Insurrection Act? I mean, I'm sure you don't know whether he is, yes or no, but is he likely to, following this continuing violence?
Well, I won't get ahead of the president, but of course he has the constitutional authority to do so. But what we're really concerned about on the ground, Stuart, is we're concerned about the public safety. And we would love our federal law enforcement officers to be working with the state and local law enforcement officers on the ground. And unfortunately, because Governor Walz and Mayor Frey operate under sanctuary city policies, we can't do that. That means our law enforcement, when they're being assaulted, when they're being obstructed from doing their duties, they can't get the backup they need. We also can't get in their jails, Stuart. That is so important here.
Yes, it is. Tricia, I want to show our viewers what you're dealing with, what ICE is dealing with. These 3 men were arrested for the attempted murder of an ICE agent. They've been identified as illegal migrants from Venezuela. They fled their country under President Biden, in the Biden administration. And this man, Raul Gutierrez, he's said to be in the gang Latin Kings. He was accused of vandalizing an FBI vehicle, breaking into its weapons locker, and stealing a rifle and ammunition. Why is ICE being prevented from grabbing these people and taking them out of the country? Why are the demonstrators supporting people like that?
Well, I think that they're emboldened, unfortunately, by these politicians who encourage them to resist, even getting so far to the point that they encourage violence and obstruction of our law enforcement, which, again, I will say is a federal crime. But the only people who win in this situation are the criminals that you just outlined right there. The big thing, and I think that the American people, it's so important for them to understand, what do sanctuary city policies mean? It means that our law enforcement cannot get into the jails. Currently sitting in jails in Minneapolis are 1,700 criminal illegal aliens. Once they serve their time, they will be released back onto Minneapolis streets. I've looked at the list, Stuart, that includes murderers, that includes rapists, that includes child pedophiles. These are public safety threats that, because of these sanctuary city policies, they will be put back onto the streets of Minneapolis. That's why we have to be there. We have to have a presence on the ground so that we can find these individuals and apprehend them.
I want you to repeat that. You're telling me that there are 1,700 convicted violent criminals in the jail in Minneapolis, and ICE can't go and get them. Is that accurate?
In the jails, that is accurate. In the jails today. And even farther, 470 criminal illegal aliens. That does include gang members, that includes child traffickers. 470 Tim Walz has released in the last year from Minneapolis's custody, from Minneapolis's jails, into the public.
I want to get back to Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. There was a time when he aggressively told ICE, hey, get out of my city. He seems to be changing his tune just a little. Watch this.
I'm calling for peace. Everybody has a role in achieving that peace. And we're going to try to do everything that we can to keep it. There's still a lot that we don't know at this time, but what I can tell you for certain is that this is not sustainable. This is an impossible situation that our city is presently being put in.
Well, Tricia, that's what he's got to say. Do you think he's backing down at all?
I think that there's some daylight between his initial remarks and what he's saying now. I think that he sees that the American people want public safety. They don't want political statements like we've seen from him time and time again. But the answer here, Stuart, is so simple for Tim Walz and for Mayor Fry. Let us into your jails. When our federal law enforcement officers are being attacked, allow your state and local law enforcement to get us backup. That is all we are asking here. It is about public safety, not about politics, which is what they're trying to make it about. I think there's some deflection here, Stuart. I think they want to deflect from the mass amount of fraud that we are seeing and we will find.
I got it. Tricia McLaughlin, thanks for being with us this morning. Appreciate you being here. Thank you.